What's up everyone? My name is Jessica Shaw and I am a free car driving sales director with Mary Kay. And as you can see today I have my barefaced look going on. Seriously, this is just Mary Kay skincare. Looks really good, right? Okay, so I am going to do a really pretty thorough tutorial on how to get a flawless face. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to go into contouring. We'll just see. But I might just do something, a little contour with maybe a little bronzer and some powder, and I might do like the legit like zebra, crazy tribal looking face before, and then the fabulous airbrush, like amazing Kim Kardashian face afterwards. So, but the very most important thing to do, of course, is to have your skincare in check, because no matter what you try to put on your face, if your skin isn't healthy and beautiful and glowing, then it's going to look like dew. Seriously. Your makeup that you do put on it. Or it'll take you like 5 hours because you're going to have to put on like 8 layers of makeup, and nobody wants to do that. So I have cleansed my face with our Time Rise Volume Firm repair set. And what I'm going to do now is super important to moisturize my face. So I've got my day cream here, which has an SPF in it. So I've cleansed my face. I've also already put on my lifting serum, but anyway, so I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingertips and just go ahead and moisturize my face. And this isn't rocket science. I always tell people though to be gentle with their face. You don't want to like beat up your face, right? That's good. So upward, outward kind of motions. Oh, look at my facelift. That's good. Oh, the lines are gone. Just kidding. They're still there. Okay, so down your neck as well. Okay. Oh, feels fabulous. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put on your, actually, I'm going to do my eye cream because I didn't put on my eye cream. This is our fabulous little eye cream. This will help you get a flawless face as well, especially under my eyes because they're not too bad. But I'm still going to do this, so I'm just going to apply this really quick. Definitely a key part to my skincare that I do. So this is really great, of course, you guys might already know, because it's got this cold little metal tip, right? So it's going to help dark circles under my eyes. And then also this metal is the same metal that's actually used in the boxing ring. Yeah. To reduce the swelling and bruising. So when you're doing that, you're helping a sister out. Just like that. Eye cream. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Okay. So next thing that I'm going to do, and this helps with my flawless look, is I actually put on, we have this wrinkle filler. So some of these, like this is not like necessary, but it's just fun. This is what I do, and I think Brandon Gillis wanted to know what I do in the mornings. This is what I do. So this is our wrinkle filler, and it's got really concentrated retinol, and so it's not just like spackle. Like it actually does do work behind the scenes, and just works to plump out any wrinkles that you do have. But the concept behind this is, for the temporary fix, it's supposed to help fill in the wrinkles, so when your foundation goes on top of it, guess what? It looks flawless and amazing. It's not going to fall in the little cracks and look crazy and be like, oh, she's got wrinkles. So it's just to help. So I'm trying to get rid of this line. See that? So I'm going to do this. So I just apply a little bit on my finger. And I'm just going to dab it in my little wrinkles up there. And another trick, if you have puffy under eye area or dark circles, is to put a little bit of this under your eye. It's just going to help even with any fine lines under your eyes as well. It's just like a little trick. So really using a stippling brush is better, but I just kind of, I don't know if the video can pick up my little tapping motion, but just super light and gentle, just a little bit, just the excess I had. I just put that under there. Okay. So there we go. Okay. I literally have to make like a pile of used and not used things because sometimes I can forget. So I'm so fast in the morning, I'm like, ah! So I just have like a pile of things I need to put on and things I've already put on. So it's in my next pile. Okay, so very important. Prime your face, right? Oh. Does this work? No, kind of. Okay, this is our foundation primer. It's fabulous. It's got a mattifying effect. So what's really great about this is you're going to need this to put on your face before you do anything else. Any kind of color, foundation, concealer, like anything. This is super, super important. And so, of course, you want to moisturize your face, right? Because you want to make sure there's no dry areas that could catch your foundation more, right? So it'll look like uneven and patchy. So moisturize your face, take care of that. And then you're going to prime your face also to take care of any areas like that that could catch the foundation or make it look not as flawless and even. So this is really going to help it glide on over. It's the same reason why you paint a wall, or you prime a wall before you paint it, or paint it, blah, blah, blah. Prime a car before you paint it. Words are hard today. And so anyway, this is really great. It's just takes a little bit for your whole entire face. Literally, like watch, ready? Like that. Can you see that? Look at that. That's it, okay? So, if you're super oily, just like in your T-zone, then I would say just to kind of put it in that area, but I put it all over. And you can use a brush. Here, brush people. Here. Okay, always stroking down with the rest. There you go. Totally use the brush the whole time. I'm gonna try to be extra professional. Because I'm a sales director. So there we go. We've got to make sure that I'm doing everything properly. Okay, that's great. Okay, so done with the primer. Moisturize, prime. Okay, always. It's like Optimus Prime, but moisturize, prime. Okay, Transformers and Mary Kay. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes because I might do like something really fast with my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. Okay, so eye primer, really important part of your flawless face. Super important there. Okay, same concept of the foundation primer, but it's for your eyeshadow. It's going to keep your eyeshadow on all day long, and it's going to keep them highly pigmented, which is super important. So let's just put that on. I'm pretending like I have the speed up mode in my video, right? So funny. Okay. All over and a little under. Okay. Done. Moving it to the done pile. Eyelids are primed. Okay. So now, next thing is we're going to talk about different types of foundation, like really fast. So foundation, first of all, is still a part of skincare. Don't care what you say. If you're like, no, sister, no, I'm telling you, sister, it is totally a part of skincare. Because we spent so much time with our skin, like our actual skincare regimen, right? Cleansing, toning, exfoliating, moisturizing, all that kind of fun stuff. So like imagine these are your pores, right? So we just cleansed, toned, exfoliated, moisturized, whatever you did. And now they're like breathing, they're happy, they're having a party, right? Look at them. Oh, they're having so much fun. Okay, so now we need a screen, right, to go over those pores to keep them happy and healthy. And so that's what your foundation really acts as. At least Mary Kay's foundation. There are bad ones out there. But when you do use Mary Kay's foundation, that really acts as a screen to keep out any pollution, any kind of toxins in the air. I mean, anywhere. I sound like Miss America speech already. The toxins are bad, and therefore, yes. But also, of course, it's got the SPF coverage in there as well. I mean, so you're just really doing your skin a huge, huge favor by keeping foundation in your skincare regimen and your steps. So that's my little PSA about foundation. So if you like a lighter coverage, and even if you like more of like a luminous or like dewy look, or if you like a more matte look, but you're like, I really just need very, very tiny little bit, I think it's super fabulous to try out our CC cream. Okay, these come in 4 different shades, so that's really awesome. It's more like a tinted moisturizer. So very sheer coverage. There's also like 8 products in one. I could go on for days about this. It's a fabulous product. And then we have, if you like sheer, we do have our mineral makeup. Okay, so it's similar to Bare Minerals. Oh, I almost forgot. But anyway, it is mineral based, and it's more like a powder, so you just kind of buff it on. Super light, really pretty. So light coverage, really cool. And then we do have liquid foundation, okay? And we have one in a luminous, see it's pink, it says luminous, and then we have a matte, right? So clearly if you want a more luminous kind of look, You're going to want, like dewy, you're going to want the luminous formula. And then if you want more of like a matte look, then you would want our matte formula. What's also really cool is if you're really oily, you want the matte to make sure to keep that shine under control if you do have oiliness. And then with the luminous, if you're super dry, you need that extra bit of moisturization. This is fabulous. I kind of have combination oily skin, and actually during the summer, I prefer the luminous more because I like my dewy glow. I think it looks better with my bronzers, and I think it looks really good. But then a lot of times more towards the winter, I do prefer the matte. So really it's kind of preference, but it's also your skin, whatever formula works best for your skin. And then if you're like, and this is also, by the way, like medium to full coverage. It just depends. It's all buildable. So if you put on one application, you're like, I really need a little more, you can put another one. It won't look cakey or overdone. It'll just look really flawless and photo finished. And then something that's really fabulous, Mary Kay recently redid their cream to powder. So this is called an Endless Performance Cream to Powder. This is fabulous for full coverage. It's also fabulous if you're super oily because it's cream to powder, so it's going to keep that oil under control. And this is just really great for like putting on, and it's like good coverage and it doesn't go anywhere. So you put it on, it's kind of creamy. It's a creamy little texture. And then as it dries, it has a more powdered kind of finish. So I mentioned that these are buildable, which they totally are, but sometimes people will even use like a CC cream as their base, right? Just a light little coverage. And then they might put the luminous over it. They might put the cream to powder over it. Or, in some of these contouring tutorials, they'll like put either this one or this one, the CC cream or the luminous powder or foundation on first, liquid foundation, and then they'll do contouring with the cream to powder just because they know it's going to stay where they put it. So it's kind of, it's not like there's a one right way or one wrong way. It's really just kind of preference and what you want to get out of your foundation. So I think what's really cool with Mary Kay at least is it's like whatever you need, like they have, and if they can make it up. Like if one doesn't work for you, you can combine it with something else. So I think that's really, really awesome. Okay. Yay. Okay. So, I'm going to show what I do. Okay. So what's very important, you have to pick out your foundation, which is very important. And then you need your tools, right? So this is typically the brush used for liquid foundation. And then this is typically the brush used for your powder foundation. But what I've found out is that with this brush, even with your liquid, you can actually apply it in a stippling effect and then also like buffing it out. And so it gives just a really pretty, not as heavy and thick look, but more of like a photoshopped look. Oh, sign me up. Okay, so I'm going to be using this brush for my foundation. So I think it'll be really fun. So anyway, okay, so I am going to use, I feel like I was so tan and so now I'm not, but it's cool in Mary Kay because you can like, whenever, if you get more tan or less tan, you always have a foundation color that matches because you have them all. So I really do think, I hate to admit it, I'm now a beige one. So that's really fun. Kidding. Okay, so I'm using beige one matte foundation. Okay. So I'm going to put my foundation on the back of my hand. Just like a little bit. See, like that. Okay. Put that lid back on. I like to sing while I do my makeup because it makes me feel like Cinderella. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little bit on my brush, right? Okay, and then I'm going to just start up here, bring it down my nose a little bit, and just kind of, it's like stippling and kind of just buffing it out. You go up to your hairline, and you really want to think about starting in the inner part of your face and then working out, working outward, because if you think about it, people need the most coverage in the middle of their face, in the center of their face, right? Not necessarily like all over in the outer lands over here, right? So you want to start with the most coverage on the middle, and then you just kind of work out. it's like a stipple and then just like a little bit of a buffing kind of motion to get it out. Now, if you like the regular paintbrush, girl or boy, go ahead and get it. Get it with that. I just prefer this right now. And this is also the brush I like to use for my cream to powder, by the way. You can use either. So I hate to tell you, you have options. But you just kind of figure out what you like, and then you just kind of go from there. Make sure you blend with your neck. Right? By the way, how fabulous is this like natural light in here? I'm like going insane. I need to like get ready in here all the time. But my husband would kill me because it's his office. So, anyway. Okay. How does that look? Good? I'm so I'm just fascinated that I am a beige one. Look at that, see? So really pretty. I really like that. Okay. Perfect. Look at that. I still have some left over. Does such a good job. Definitely blend into your neck. Nobody wants a line, which I shouldn't have one there. And if you don't get like every little spot in your eye area, it's okay because I'm going to go back over with the concealer and just kind of take care of all that. Okay. Nice. Okay, so now I am going to take actually my powder brush and I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation. I'm not going to go right under my eye though because I'm not done under there. So I don't know. Some people are like, oh, you need to do it under there. That's not what I do. Okay, that's not what I do. So just take a little bit of, oh, you might want to know, translucent powder. It's literally like translucent. And you're just going to kind of buff it all over your face. Once again, I would suggest being mindful of your under eye area because you're really not supposed to put a lot of powder in there. I don't care what people say. But at this point, just do a little bit of the translucent. Okay. I like it. All right, so now I'm going to put on my concealer. I'm going to show you a fun trick with concealer that you can do. This is Beige One. It's our normal concealer. This is really amazing stuff. Like, seriously, like one of my favorite things, Mary Kay, is their concealer because I think they do a really good job with them. So I'm going to once again just put some on my little palette here. Put a little bit there, and then I'm going to grab our concealer brush. Oh yeah, like this. I always do it backwards. See, it's like flat. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a little bit on my brush. Okay, and ooh, this is good. You can really see, I think, right? Yeah. And I am going to just kind of create a triangle, right? So picture like a triangle under my eye like that. And the reason for doing this like this is you are creating a little home for light to hit and to just bring more, like it's like a lifting powder to your face, power to your face. And it's like science and stuff. So you tell a little bit of a difference. I probably could use a little bit lighter concealer, but I just had a come to Jesus moment that I'm no longer a beige 3. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye now. So create my little triangle. Trying to do it so we can both see. Maybe I should have mirrors on both sides. Oh yeah. Oops, wrong one. See, I was going to the other side. What's wrong with me? Make sure you get in the corners of your eye too. It's a good place to make sure you've got your concealer squared away. Fix. I started to put some more over here. Another little trick is if you have like bags and puffiness, which I don't really have too much today, yay! But you actually just put it where the shadow is. There. You also take some concealer down your nose, the center of your nose. Okay. And you want to put some right here on your chin. A little on your cupid's bow. And then a little up here. Once again, it's just how light kind of hits your face. You just want to kind of blend that in a little bit. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a highlighting pen. This is actually in shade 1. And I'm actually just going to do a little highlighting. I think I've done a pretty good job here with my concealer under my eyes. I feel like they look well concealed. I feel like they look bright and sunshiny. But I am going to just show you guys a little bit of the magic of our highlighting pen. So these come in 4 different shades. And so one's got more of like a pinky kind of undertone. One's a little more yellow, and there's another one that's like other tones. It's like crazy. And so I'll swap between 1 and 2 depending on what's going on with my face. So with the highlighting pen, you don't do like all over your face like the concealer. You actually just apply it under the eye, like in the shadowy kind of area. And then you're going to stick it in the corner of your eye. And then you can also do it above your brow. I'll probably fill in my brows a little bit. I will actually. And then a little bit under the lip. There. Okay, those are some fun places to kind of put it. And then you just kind of let it set for just a second. And then a couple more seconds. And then you just kind of blend it in. This definitely should be more of like a patting motion. Sometimes I will use my fingers for this just because it's a little easier. You really just kind of want to set that highlight in. You don't really want to like drag it about and blend it in there. You're just kind of like patting it in. See? Now the fingers come in. See? Look at that. Pretty, right? I like it. Looks good. Like, I did a great job. How fun is that? Okay. Fabulous. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I think I'm going to fill in my eyebrows really quick because they're bothering me right now. So you're gonna take your little brush, right? Because you gotta have like defined eyebrows or your face will look crazy. Flawless face is still important to have good eyebrows. So you're just going to brush up in small little strokes and just drag it over. Just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little definer brow pencil in brunette. Ooh. And then just kind of go on the top outer edge of your brow and just brush across. I'm not going to do anything too crazy like creating some monster arch or anything like that. Ooh, look at that. But anyway, and then I go towards the bottom and just kind of fill it in. If you screw up, it's okay because I'm going to go back by there with concealer likely. It's not perfect. That's okay. Okay, so it's like that. And then go on the other side. It's funny. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't ever into it or if it's like the time. 2015. Everybody's about some brows now. It's like all about the brows. So either I've always been behind the times or it's just like a fabulous, like a new thing to make sure that you've got like your brows popping, right? Like, hey girl, what's going on? Notice you're popping brows. Cool. Oh, look, that one's real excited. I'm gonna just tone that down a little bit. What you can also do, which makes a little softer look, is to just take your little slanted brush here and I put it in a little espresso, which is like close to my hair color, and just kind of fill it in that way. Short little fun strokes there. This is fascinating. It's so fascinating. Ooh, I don't know what happened. There we go. I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer, my brush, and I'm just going to scoot right by them, by the edges, just to make it a little more clean looking under there. Scooting, that's totally like PC. Like just scoot it under there. Okay, yay! Okay, close enough, it's fine. Okay, so now we are going to do a little bronzer, a little bronzing action. Pretty exciting. And so what I'm using actually is a mineral powder in Bronze 1. And I'm going to use our little blush kind of contouring brush, if you will. And I'm going to tap some in my little tray. And then make a fishy face, seriously. Like that. And you know exactly where you need to put your contouring powder. Just like a little bit. I just do this a little bit. Don't get crazy. This isn't a contouring video. I decided I didn't want to do it. It was going to take too long. This is already like a 25-minute video. So, just go there. And I like to use this Bronze 1 versus like our actual like bronzing powder because it doesn't have a shimmer in it. And I really like more of like a matte kind of effect. There, when I do the contour. Okay, and you bring it up on your hairline You can just kind of buff that across your hairline there. And then you come down by your cheek and then down your jaw line there. Okay. So it really isn't, it's like super not, it's really not like exact, right? Like you literally put your face straight up to the hairline, over and down. And also it depends on what shape of your face is. So if you have like a longer face and you're trying to like make it not as like long, then you would want to, of course, shade and shadow to make it look more symmetrical and not so long. So you would put more dark up here, that kind of thing. See? Cool, right? Okay, so move to the other side. Maybe just a little more. Okay. How pretty! Look at that. Really pretty, right? Okay, so love that. Almost done. Oh, 32 minutes. Okay. So now what I'm going to do for a little fun is I'm going to take our fabulous new Sheer Dimensions powder. It's got like kind of like an opalescent kind of like fun little shimmer. I'm going to use that as like my highlighter. So, got a hair. Okay, so I'm going to take this, swirl my brush around, give it a little tap, and just go where I want it highlighted, which is right above my cheekbones. You can tell that. See how fun that is? And then bring it down the bridge of my nose, and then up here. Like where we put the concealer and the highlighter before, that's where I want to apply the powder. Okay. So pretty. Okay. And then I'm not going to use like blush, but I am going to use our other little can't even think of it, Sheer Dimensions powder, and I'm going to use my contouring brush, my little blush brush, and I'm going to apply that really like on my cheekbones. So I'll do this one first. So, and like actually just hold the end like further away so it doesn't look as like pronounced. Okay, so then once again, a little bit, tap. So for a flawless face look, this is really, oh, that's not the brush I wanted. This really is like all I would do for my flawless face. So just picking the foundation that you want, definitely defining your eyebrows. I know it's like random, you're like, why? But seriously, look how much of a difference it made. And then just definitely do your foundation, definitely do your moisturizer, definitely do your primer, pick your favorite foundation, do your concealer and your highlighting if you need it. If you don't, you're blessed. And then definitely, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like a non-negotiable to do a little bit of like color on your cheeks, makes you look alive, makes you look like you got warm blood pumping through your body. All of these levels of attraction for human beings. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to stop it here. If you are done with the flawless face, but I think I might keep going so I can do my fun little like final, I'm doing a iconic red look. So No, I'm going to stop it here because let's just stop. Let's just stop. Okay, so anyway, I so appreciate you watching, and I hope you learned something, and even this is a 30-minute long tutorial, I hope you guys really realize the benefits of doing the steps that I discussed and why they look so great. So, all right, guys, thanks so much.